absolutely amazing. Well, what is up guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't realized already, yes, my background is somewhat different. That is because I moved houses. On the update when I came back from America, I did say I was moving to Japan. Unfortunately, we had to move houses. The past week I moved houses, and in about 2 or 3 days I'm moving countries. So I have kind of had a lot going on, and unfortunately because of that I couldn't upload video for a while, and honestly haven't even had time to film. I hadn't really had a place to film, and in the new place I do not have a room because basically I'm not going to be here. So I haven't really had time to do anything, and I do apologize for that, but these were just things that I could not predict. Like, I did not think I was going to be moving houses. It was very abrupt and sudden, and anyway, I thought I would do an empties video before I leave, and also things that I am probably going to throw out because it's not worth taking over. But I'm going to get right into it so I don't be any more awkward in this intro, like I could be any more awkward anyways. That didn't even make sense. Yay! The Flowfushi Motemascara in the comb type. It's the one in the blue packaging, and it has a comb brush. I used to use the original lengthening one in the silver packaging before they started doing the multicolored packaging, and I really liked it. And then I usually always like comb mascaras, so I thought this could be the ultimate. I love the mascara, I love comb type mascaras, put them together and it's probably going to be my favorite mascara ever. Unfortunately, it did not live up to my expectations. At first it's very fluidy, very liquidy, that it doesn't layer on very well, and then once it starts drying it goes kind of clumpy. It still does have quite a lot of product in it, but I'm probably not going to use it. Also, it is one of those waterproof but washes off with warm water mascaras, so I was hoping it would dry like a waterproof because most of them do, and that's something I look for just because I do curl my lashes after I apply the mascara, and if it doesn't dry like a waterproof I can't curl them. I tried it and unfortunately it kind of stayed gummy and it didn't really do anything. It comes off really easy, which is a good thing, but it wasn't for me. I only ever use it on my bottom lashes because it doesn't do anything for my top lashes. I was hoping it would be really good, but it wasn't, unfortunately. Next is the ettusais. I think that's how you say it. Ettusais, I think. Cream eyeliner, waterproof. I actually really liked this eyeliner. It's a really creamy consistency. It is waterproof, but it dried out very quickly. I had the lid on properly and everything, and with these gel type eyeliners you do have to keep them kind of airtight or else the lid does dry out, and it did dry out. Although I didn't even have it for that long, that's why I thought it was kind of weird, and I do have other gel type eyeliners that I've had longer than this one and they still work. So I was kind of like, oh well, that's a shame. So I probably wouldn't repurchase it for that reason, just because there are so many eyeliners out there that kind of do the same thing. But it was good because it was like a wind up and it had quite a thin tip, so it was useful if you do like those creamy gel type eyeliners. Next is the Kingdom liquid eyeliner. I really like this eyeliner. I possibly have talked about it before, but I had a black one and I had a brown one. The black one I used up really quickly. I do use brown occasionally, but more than using it like a normal eyeliner, I ended up using it like a brow pen. So I used it to define kind of like the outer corners of my brows, and then I used the pencil to fill in the front corner, or the front half. But I really liked it for that reason. It's a really flexible brush. It goes on super easy. It doesn't dry out at all. And I honestly use this probably for like a good 6 months or something before it ran out, like every day on my brows. So I would probably repurchase it even as a brow pen. And it's the perfect color since I dyed my hair, and I really do like it. Next is the Mercier mineral powder in Real Sand. I think I talked about this very briefly. It is a really good powder foundation. It covers brilliantly. It gives a really flawless finish, although it cakes, which the reason why I like wearing mineral powder kind of on a day-to-day basis is because it gives that kind of natural look while still giving the good coverage, whereas I felt this almost gave too much coverage, and then in like the heat and the humidity of Florida it kind of caked up the edges of my face and around my nose and that. I did use it through. It was still awesome. So if you're the kind of person who loves powder foundation, like loose powder, and just want a really flawless full coverage, I do recommend it, but I did feel like it caked after a little while wearing it. So instead what I did opt for was the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Loose Powder, which I ended up buying about 3 times. This is the wrong colour because I was very dark towards the end of the program. I'm probably going to throw this out because I'm hoping I don't go that dark again. But I was using this every day for work. It still gives really good coverage, but it doesn't cake like the Laura Mercier one. And it is a lot cheaper. You can buy it at Walmart, and it is Physicians Formula, which is mostly like paraben, cruelty free and stuff. So it's definitely a really good kind of cheap alternative. Babylips by Maybelline. I'm pretty sure every single girl and possibly every guy will probably buy one of these in their lifetime. I would say it's probably one of the better lip balms over here, like in Australia. Usually I do stock up in Japan. Over here I feel like a lot of them kind of go on your lips and then they feel like they just are sitting on top of your lips and actually absorbing. I did like this one because it felt like it really did moisturize. It did hydrate and kind of go into the skin of my lips. It sounds really awkward, skin of my lips. And the reason why I bought it was because it was Lychee Addict. I love everything Lychee, the smell, the flavor, everything. If I don't have any spares from Japan, I would definitely probably buy Babylips just because it's really cheap and it is effective. I think it's one of the better ones over here. Next is the Nude Oil by Nude by Nature. I have been using this pretty much every single day since I came back from America because the winter has been long in Australia or in Melbourne this year, and it's still very cold when it's like the middle of spring. So my skin has been a little drier than usual, and I have been using a few drops at night. Another reason is because I was breaking out a lot while I was in America, and I have quite a lot of scarring on my cheeks. To try and get rid of that, I have been using the Nude Oil. On my left side, it's pretty much got rid of all the scarring, and I do think it's because of the oil, which is awesome. On the right side, not so much. It has reduced some of the scarring, but I do have still quite a lot of scarring on the right. But I do think as long as you're persistent with it and keep using it, it will help scarring. It's got a bunch of different oils. You can use it for pretty much anything. It's kind of like that multitasker. You can use it underneath your moisturizer, you can mix it in with your moisturizer just for that extra boost, extra moisture, which helps kind of scarring and stretch marks and all that stuff. Next is the Antipodes Hosanna H2O Intensive Skin Plumping Serum. I'm usually not a big fan of organic natural skincare products because I do have allergy to plant extract, but Antipodes is one of the brands that they actually use more vegetable and fruit ingredients, which over here they tend to be like floral extracts, plant extracts, which I do react to. I honestly loved this serum. It's very hydrating. That's pretty much its sole purpose. It's not really for anything else, and I did feel like it was very hydrating. It absorbed really quickly into the skin. It's very loose, so it's like pretty much like water. The smell was quite subtle, which is another thing about the Antipodes products. It smells good for me. Usually organic products are like super like essential oil smelling, which I do not like. After trying this, it definitely made me kind of want to try the rest of the Antipodes range. I just realized this lighting is not too great. It's kind of really dark on my face. It wasn't that bright outside before, but I guess it's kind of getting brighter, so the backlit. Next is the Innoxa Super Sensitive Restorative Eye Gel. It does say it targets fine lines, wrinkles, and reduces puffiness, which I pretty much don't have any of those things. I do sometimes get a line underneath my eye, but that's pretty much it. For me, I mainly use eye creams to moisturize more than anything else. As a moisturizing eye cream, perfectly fine. It is good for sensitive skin, kind of like a gel-like formula, and it's kind of got shimmer in it, so it kind of illuminates that area too. For people who do have sensitive skin, I definitely think it's worth a try. I honestly cannot say if it's gonna help fine lines and wrinkles and puffiness just because I don't have those things. Next is the Etude House Moistfull Collagen Eye Cream. I probably do like this one a little better since I just use it for the purpose of moisturizing. This is a thicker cream. You do have to use the little spatula they gave you to get the product out because it is that thick, but you need the tiniest amount, maybe like a third of a pea size, tiny bit. It's super rich, super moisturizing. I do feel like since I've moved on to this, the one crease I get under my eyes has become more evident. You can't even see it when I'm not wearing makeup, but when I do wear makeup, you can just see like one crease I get under the eyes. And I feel like it didn't happen as much when I was using this eye cream. I do definitely like this one better. This one I actually bought online because I was wanting to try it that much, and I do like it. I don't think it's a really good eye cream. If I can find it like in Japan or Korea for cheap, I would definitely repurchase that one. Next is the Clinique Anti-Blemish Solution Spot Treatment Gel. I've had this for ages, and honestly I looked at it and it says it's okay for 24 months, so 2 years after you open it. So I have had it for ages, but it should still be fine. I don't think it works at all. Honestly, I've never met a spot treatment that actually works, but this was expensive. I don't think it works at all. I've used it multiple days in a row, and I don't think it helps reduce it or anything. I've actually got a pimple in the middle of my chin right now. I have been using it for 3 days, and it hasn't done anything. And I still have like half of it left because I don't get pimples that often, but it doesn't work. I feel like it'll work just as good as like a $5 Clearasil spot treatment. Let me know if anyone's used this and it's actually worked wonders for you. I actually haven't met a spot treatment that's like a revelation that actually reduced my pimple overnight or whatever, especially if those things don't work for me. It's not worth spending a fortune on the Clinique ones. I do have a bunch of skin masks, this many, so I'm gonna go through them really quick. First is the Pure Smile one. I got this one in Japan. I really did like this one. It was a super soft cloth. There was so much product in it. It was super moisturizing, but it absorbed well. I pretty much don't have any bad thing to say about this. Is the Snail extract one. That's why it might have been like extra rich. It felt soft. It didn't feel tingly on the skin or anything, so that was a good one. I'm pretty sure they sell it at most drugstore kind of places in Japan. The Beauty Friends one, I did really like the way this felt as well. It didn't leave any tingling. Often with masks, I'm sure you guys have experienced as well, you get like a little tingling around your nose, but it's just like unavoidable. This one I didn't feel any tingling whatsoever. I felt it also soothed the skin from redness, and it was kind of calming. I've written these things down, I can't remember all this. I had like irritated skin at the time, and it kind of soothed all that down, whereas sun masks can make it worse, but this made it better. There was also so much product that I spilt it everywhere as I was trying to get it out. And literally, it went all over my shirt and stuff. So there is plenty of product in this one, which I do like, because I like to put it down my neck, and I like to kind of layer it on top of the mask after I've put it on. So super full of product. These ones here, they look kind of super cheap and the packaging is interesting, but I actually really like these. These are a black charcoal mask, so the mask is absolutely black. They look pretty darn scary. I do really like it, especially because charcoal does help with pores, which is one of my biggest concerns. It doesn't feel tingly at all. There's plenty of product. It is a thick cloth. The lemon, oh, I feel like I don't, oh there we go, that's the other one. The lemon one was really brightening. It does say it is a brightening one, but I did feel a difference straight after when I took it off. I probably would definitely buy the lemon one again. They do have a pretty nice fragrance as well. They were 80 yen, which is super cheap. Possibly the cheapest one that I bought. It's kind of one of my favorites, honestly. I loved the One's Care ones. The dermal ones, I do have a couple more, although I've only tried the wine one. I did feel like it was a little bit tingly, which it happens, but I would rather it not. And obviously my skin is reacting to it somewhat. There wasn't a lot of product, like there was enough, but there wasn't that much excess product, which I do like it to have like a little bit of extra product, and it feels like it's kind of your money's worth when there's like plenty of product in there. But this one smelled like grapes, which is awesome because it's the wine one and it smelled like grapes, and like who doesn't want to smell like grapes? So I did enjoy the fragrance of that one. These are the Purita masks. I have an avocado one and a charcoal one. There is a lot of cuts in the mask of this one. Like there's a lot of fine cuts along the mask, so it applies really well to the face. Everyone has a different size face because there's a lot of cuts. You could fit to your face shape really well, which I did like. It was one of the masks that had like the extra flap for going onto the eyes. Instead of just having an eye hole, it like has a cut and it flips down. I think it's good because you gives extra moisture around the eye area, which is always needed. The charcoal one did smell a little bit interesting, but the Avo one smelled super good, and I love avocado, so like win-win. The Cure ones had plenty of product, super soft but thin cloth. It was super sticky after. Most of them do leave a little bit of like a sticky kind of feel to it, but it was like really sticky. Ugh. It just means like the product isn't absorbing well into the skin, so I was kind of like but that's all the masks. I'm sorry if I rambled. That was just so much information in so little time, but I'm gonna move on because this video is gonna go on forever. Next is the Etude House Argan Seed Hair Pack and Serum. I loved the hair mask. Oh my gosh, this was so good. It smelled really well. It barely had any product in this little sachet, but it was plenty for me, where I like overdose on hair masks, but this I barely needed any product. It went through my hair very easily and it was very moisturizing, so I loved it. Although the step 2, it's like a leave-in supposedly serum, although it's a cream formula, so it felt really thick, really heavy on my hair, and it didn't really absorb. I used all the masks, but I ended up throwing out the rest of the sachets of the serum because it just made my hair feel heavy and wasn't very kind of moisturizing to it. The Schwarzkopf Live Color, I actually have a full video on me dyeing my hair with this, so I'm just going to link that below instead of talking about it because I'm just probably going to repeat myself. But basically, I loved this. But go check out the video if you want to see me dye my hair pink. The Schwarzkopf Ultimate Oil Elixir Hair Structure Renewal Treatment, which I freaking loved this one. I bought it before I went to America and used it and absolutely loved it. And then they discontinued it, which really annoys me because it was like the best one Schwarzkopf ever had, because you need so little product, super moisturizing, super rich, it goes through your hair very, very easily, and it feels super silky afterwards. Loved it, can't get it anymore, bummed, but if you can find it, please try it, especially if you have like super dry damaged hair like me. This is another Schwarzkopf hair mask. It's the SS All Time. I didn't like this one as much. It just wasn't as rich, and I did need to use quite a lot of product to get through my hair. If you don't have as damaged hair or as thin tangly hair, it's probably a good one for you, but for me, just because I've got such dry fluffy hair, I just needed to use kind of a lot of product to get through my hair, and it didn't leave my hair feeling that moisturized or repaired. I don't know if I've ever talked about the organic serum or not, because I've been using it for a while. I used it while I was in America. This one I did bring back from America because it's about $6, and over here it's like $20. But I love the Organics Argan Oil. They have one that's normal for all hair types and then one for like super dry. I think I've used both. The other one is thicker, so I do like going for like the slightly lighter one just because I do use a lot of it in my hair and I don't like my hair feeling super heavy. I really do like it. It's probably my second or third bottle. I can just put it in when it's towel dry. It absorbs well but doesn't make my hair feel really heavy and kind of icky and sticky, so it is a good one. Very, very last, I have the Sanctuary Spa Hot Sugar Scrub, which was recommended by one of the girls at work. Oh my god, I just realized there's something in the camera. I'm just like literally right there and it's inside the lens, so I can't even get it. I'm so sorry, I didn't even realize. I need to get a new camera. I did really, really like this scrub. It's super thick, super grainy, and it is like heating one, so when you first put it on your skin, it like warms up on your skin. It feels super nice. It leaves your skin feeling super, super smooth. It's quite rough, so it does definitely help exfoliate. It does have somewhat of a strong like essential oil kind of fragrance. Usually I don't like them, but I didn't mind it at all. I probably use it about once or twice a week, especially my legs, because I do get quite rough skin on my legs, and it works really well for that. But it's a really good body scrub if you are looking for one. That is it, guys. I'm so sorry of the quality of this video. I don't have a place to film or anything, but I do want to keep making videos, beauty videos as well as vlogs, so please let me know if there are any suggestions. I'm very, very sorry that this video ran forever and there's so much mumbling and rambling, and I'm sorry, but please keep watching and give this video a like. I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry for my viewers, but I love you guys and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!